What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a little work day in my life. If you're new here, hi, I'm Krista. I am 25. I live in Tampa, Florida. I work from home as a data analyst in healthcare business, healthcare finance realm. I have been with this particular job for about a year now, and then I have another about 2 years of experience in the analytical field. And then before that, I got my master's in health administration. So I graduated college in 2020, and then I went and got my master's, finished that in 2022. And then I'm kind of really deep into the working world now. I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along on like a very realistic work day as someone who does work from home, and maybe give you a little bit more details on what I do day to day, because I know in most of my vlogs I'm just kind of sitting at the computer. I will say, obviously, I can't go into details about my job past a certain extent. I have to keep things very surface level just for my own privacy and also just respect of my job and company in general. But yeah, I can definitely talk about what I do as a data analyst in a pretty general sense. But besides work, I feel like I definitely talk about work because it's a big part of my life. Obviously, it's the majority of my weekdays, but I also love just taking you guys through my 20s. I'm a lifestyle channel, so it's a little bit of everything over here. Lifestyle, home, fashion, finances, just everyday life. So if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe. Yeah, and it is about 7:30 now. I try to wake up between 7 and 7:30. I always take my dog on a walk, and then I like to get some kind of movement in. So sometimes I'll just walk on my walking pad, which I have here. I might do that later as well. Today I'm gonna go down to the apartment gym, do a little cardio, get in a little workout to get my blood flow in this morning. Sometimes I'll take pre-workout. Our fridge handle came off. Just waiting on maintenance for that one. But sometimes I'll take pre-workout, sometimes I won't. Today, I am going to take one of these Magic Mind shots that I know I have told you guys about, but I am still really liking them. Give it a good shake. This is the Magic Mind Productivity Elixir. The first ingredient is matcha, so it has L-theanine in it, which is what provides you that energy, and it doesn't come with a crash. Like, it's the perfect little boost of energy. Sometimes I'll take it in the middle of the day, but I'm gonna take it this morning to go get my workout in. It has nootropics for focus, matcha for energy, adaptogens for less stress, so it actually has ashwagandha in it, and then it has vitamins for immunity. So we love this. I do have a code for you guys. I'll pop it up here on the screen. Make sure you go check out the link in my description if you're interested in a little productivity shot. Cheers. Yeah, let's run downstairs and get a workout in so that I can get back up and get logged in for work. Okay, so after my morning movement, I don't shower just because I like to shower before I get in bed. Like, that is, I have to be clean before I get in my bed. And I also just am gonna do a lot more during the day. Like, I'm gonna go on a walk with my dog later. So after my workout, as long as I don't get like crazy sweaty, I usually just do a little bit of a refresh. After my workout is when I get ready for my day. So I do my skincare, usually change, wash my face, just do like a little bit of a refresh. And then I feel like I'm ready to get my day started. Starting with a little bit of movement is just the best way to wake up. And I try to be logged in for work between 8:30 and 9. It's time for me to sit down at my computer and get logged on. But I always try to have my morning to myself, doing something for myself. Obviously, not every day is perfect. There are definitely days when I oversleep or sleep in and don't get to do that. But I would say I'm on track with that, like 80 or 90% of my days. I need to get logged in for work, but of course, I love to sit down with a coffee. So I'm gonna make my coffee. It's like my little treat to myself after my workout. I look forward to it. I try not to have my coffee like as soon as I wake up, just because it kind of gives me something to look forward to a little bit later. So it's time. Okay, you guys need to ignore this giant pile of laundry back here that's left over from my little Sunday clean. So I will get to that at some point today when I have a break. And also when I have a break, I'll probably put on a little bit of makeup. I don't have time right now because like I said, I do need to get logged in, but at some point during my day, I might put on a little bit of makeup. So current coffee routine, I start with a base of just unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And I do like most of the cup with that. And then just to make it a little bit creamier, I like to add some oat milk. This is the Oatly Barista edition. So I like to do, I would say 3/4 almond milk, 1/4 oat milk. I think this milk is so good and it makes it perfectly creamy, but if I just used it by itself, I think it would be too milky, too creamy. And then my sugar-free Torani syrup. This is the hazelnut. I also like the sugar-free vanilla. I just get espresso from my apartment. I think I filled this with too much milk. I think this is gonna overflow. Ooh. Just right. That is 2 shots of espresso. And I love these cups because I love a straw and a lid. And I use them every day and I put them in the dishwasher and they're honestly holding up really well. They're from Amazon. I just got all logged in, got reconnected to everything, and then the first thing I'm gonna do is just open up my email. I feel like that's a pretty standard corporate thing to do, especially it's Monday morning. So I just kind of want to see what everyone has been up to this morning, if there's anything I need to take action on today, and just kind of get a plan for my day. I'm also going to check my calendar. I have 2 meetings today, one at 10 and one at 2:30. I feel like that's pretty average for me. I'd say I average 2 meetings a day. Of course, there's exceptions. Some days there is 3 or 4. And then some days we have no meeting days, so I have no meetings. But I feel like 2 is a pretty normal day for me. A little bit of a background on what I do and what, I guess, programs I kind of work in. Like I told you guys, I'm a data analyst for like a healthcare business, healthcare finance company. So I take the data that we have, I don't know where they get it, I think they buy it or whatever, or track it from hospitals, and it's all in like a database. And I use SQL, which is, some people don't say it's a coding language. I know there's like a argument with that, but for my purposes, I'll say it's coding language, where I pull the data in a more organized fashion, and then I load it into PowerBI, which is a dashboarding app. So PowerBI helps you to create dashboards where you can show the data in a more digestible manner for people who might not be used to looking at millions of rows of numbers. PowerBI makes it much more digestible. Currently, I have my own dashboards. I have a couple of them, and I basically work on enhancing them, adding more metrics for people to look at, and then we also have to refresh them on a quarterly basis. So that's kind of what my day-to-day looks like. For example, today I need to refresh one of my larger dashboards, and it will take all day long just for the refresh to run. So first thing this morning, I am opening up that dashboard so that I can refresh it. It's really easy. You literally just click refresh. Each dashboard has a different way of being refreshed, but this one's really easy. I just click refresh. It runs all day long. And then when it's done, I save it and re-upload it onto our website. Yeah, so that's one of my tasks for this week, is getting that refreshed. You do have to watch the refresh just to make sure it doesn't hit any errors or anything, but for the most part, it just kind of runs in the background while I'm doing other work. So once I clear out my email inbox, I will get that going, get that refresh started. My first meeting of the day is at 10 a.m. It's our morning stand-up. We have it every day. It is basically where the team goes around and says what you're working on for the day. That's at 10. My company is actually based in the Midwest, so we're all over. We have people all over the country, but the hours are Midwest based. So our first meeting of the day is at 10, but for people in the Midwest, that's 9. But it's nice for me because it gives me like a little bit of extra time in the morning to have some quiet time and administration time before the day really gets going. Because I feel like the day really gets going around 10 after we have that like, good morning everybody, let's get to work meeting. It's a few hours later. I had my morning meeting, I've got my refresh going. Now I'm just kind of doing some general research on some data that I need to better understand. It is about lunchtime, it's noon. I always take a break every day to step away from my computer. It's not always my lunch break, like I'm not always stepping away from my computer to eat. A lot of times I will eat at my desk and work through lunch, and then maybe take an hour later to go on a walk, lay at the pool, go down to the gym. So I always take an hour to step away from my desk, but it's not necessarily to eat, I would say. But I do think today for my lunch break, I'm gonna go ahead and take some time, step away from my desk. I have some leftovers from a restaurant I went to yesterday. I'm gonna heat up, and then I'm just going to sit on the couch and eat and actually do some social media work. I only do that obviously on breaks from work, after work. Usually a lot of it gets done on the weekends, but I'm gonna step away for about an hour and do some editing, some emails for social media stuff. And I'm also planning my wedding right now, so I do have some emails that I need to respond with that as well. It's exactly 12 o'clock now, and that is my little lunch plan. This is a very Monday feeling Monday. I'm so tired today. I'm having the hardest time staying on task and focused. But it is a little bit past midday. I am prepping for my second and last meeting of the day. It is at 2:30. This meeting is a touch base with a different team because I have been asked to add in some maternity data to one of my dashboards. I am touching base with another team to see if they already have some logic that I can use, like some SQL code, on how to categorize different maternity things, diagnosis codes, things like that. I believe they don't have what I'm looking for, but it's worth a try to ask. And if they don't have what I need, I think they work in the realm on the tables with what I need, so I think they'll probably help me create some logic. But yeah, it should be a quick meeting because it's kind of just a touch base. I'm basically going to be asking them if they have what I need, and if not, I'm going to ask them if they can help me create what I need. So that is my 2:30 meeting. My refresh is still going. I'm telling you guys, it goes all day long. It's just been going in the background while I've been doing other stuff. Hopefully it finishes by 5, because if it doesn't, sometimes I have to kind of stick around a little bit later, but it usually finishes like right at 5, right before 5. So time for my last meeting of the day. It is 5:08. My dog is on a very schedule. He knows when it's time to go. So he is staring at me, pawing at me. Like 5 o'clock is his walk time, because I'm usually really good about logging off right at 5. Can I help you? So a couple work updates. One, my app that I'm refreshing, it finished refreshing and now I'm just uploading it onto the website, which is totally fine. I can step away from my computer while that's doing that. I'll have to check on it a little bit later tonight, but it's really no big deal. It's uploading to the website, so the main refresh is done. And then my 2:30 meeting, the team I was meeting with did not have logic already done for what I needed for maternity stuff, but they did point me in the right direction. So I can write that SQL code myself, which is what I will work on doing tomorrow. To be pretty simple. So yeah, I do overall feel like it was a productive work day and I'm ready to call it. So I am gonna leave this running, but I'm gonna go ahead and go on my evening walk. My dog gets one like long walk, like 45-minute walk a day. Obviously we take him out multiple other times during the day to potty and quick walks and stuff, but 5 is like his big walk. So he's ready and I'm ready to get outside, get some fresh air and look away from these screens. Got our walk done. I'm gonna cook some dinner here in a minute, but we just ran to the store. I picked up a few things because we have some leftover Greek yogurt from where I made tzatziki. So I got some granola and honey to make like little parfaits. I've been hearing a lot about this granola lately. I've seen multiple people get it and say it's really good. It's the Purely Elizabeth cookie granola. Let's try it. This is just gonna be bad because I'm just gonna like eat this like chips. Honestly, it just tastes like normal granola to me. It's really good, but I feel like it just tastes like granola. But all granola is good. Peanut butter. I've been craving like popcorn, like popped in the microwave, so I got that. Some more ice drinks. We tend to go to the store like every other day, and we just get a few things. Like I feel like we don't do big hauls as often as we just go and grab a few little things. I feel like we do a big haul once a week, and then when we need stuff, we just run in and grab little things. Quick air fryer dinner. I'm gonna put like half this bag of broccoli and 2 chicken sausages, and I'll probably do some rice. Really easy. It is 7 o'clock. I am about to get all ready for bed. It honestly was a long day for me. I had a really busy weekend. I went to like a little brunch yesterday where I had a few mimosas, and I haven't drank in a while because it's 75 hard. So it definitely like hit me today. I was so tired. So overall, a really just long day. It was a good day with work and everything, but I'm exhausted. I told Will that I'm about to take a shower and pop a melatonin and go to bed by like 9 p.m. But I thought we could do a little career updates, career chat, since I'm making this a more work-centric video. I've mentioned this in a couple other vlogs, but I do just feel like I'm at the point in my career where I want to stay put for a while. Unless like the most perfect opportunity fell into my lap with work. I really enjoy my job. Feel like I'm learning a lot. I think I have a lot of autonomy. I feel like I work for a good company where it'd be a good place to stay and grow. So right now, that's the plan. Things change every day. You never know when something can change or something falls into your lap or something happens with life. But in this moment, the plan is to just kind of stay with my company for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, you know, get some internal promotions. I have the technical skills, like I have the hard skills to keep working my way up into different levels of data analyst. A lot of companies do it differently, but my company does levels. So you start at a 1, then a 2, then a 3, then a 4, then a 5, then a lead, and then management. But you don't have to go through that path. Like some people go from level 2 to management. Like it just kind of depends on what's going on. But yeah, I would like to stay with my company for the foreseeable future, keep growing internally, keep growing my hard skills, my technical skills. And I think having that side of things will be really beneficial for me in the long run, because my long-term goals are to be in a more management supervisor position. I do think just as much as I have technical hard skills, I have really good soft skills as well. Like I am able to communicate well. I'm very organized. I like working with people. So I think I could also be really well suited for a management role. So having people under me, but I don't know how far out that actually is. It just all depends on life and what openings there are. It could be 10 years for all I know. That is like a long-term goal of mine, is to just kind of be in a more management type position. And then for now, just keep working my way up on the analytical side of things. I learned some of my SQL skills in my previous job, but I would say the majority of SQL has been with this job. I've learned quite a bit in just 1 year. I feel like if I had to rank my SQL skills 1 through 10, it went from like a 3 to like an 8. I really feel quite proficient. Same with PowerBI. I had no PowerBI experience before this job, and now I would say like an 8. I never want to say I'm a 10 on anything just because I feel like there's always things you can be learning. And I know I touched on this briefly in the beginning, but my experience, I did my undergrad, then I did my master's in health administration. I did a coding boot camp while I was working as well. That kind of helped me learn some other coding languages. And then after that is when I got this position that I'm currently in. So hoping to be here for the foreseeable future, but like I said, you never know what could happen. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about my future career goals. I've had someone ask me before if like I want to do content creation full time, and it's something me and Will talk about just to talk about it. I obviously am nowhere near ready for that monetarily wise. I barely make money off social media, transparently. In order for it to make sense for me to even consider content creation full time, I would need to be making well over my current salary to feel stable enough to do that, and I'm nowhere close to that. So like it's definitely nowhere in the realm of possibility anytime soon. And even if it was, I don't know if it's something I'd be fully interested in. I like the security blanket of a corporate job. I like the purpose that it gives me. I like feeling like I have my own thing outside of social media. Like if social media crashed and burned tomorrow, I have a career and a job, and that makes me feel safe and stable. I don't know if that's the direction I see myself going in. My goals in life right now are more around my relationship and growing that and building that and my job. And then my social media is just kind of a fun side hustle that I like to bring along with those other things, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna go get cozy, get my pajamas on.